We are live. Welcome to this conversation. Wait, let me get our friends over at IG going. Yeah. Okay. So we are live on Instagram as well. Hello, Hey House World. I am Abiola Abrams. If we are just meeting for the first time, I'm so excited to meet you. I'm coming at you, to you, with you for this special Hey House Black History Month takeover. Yes. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. Well, a couple years anyway. I am the author of African Goddess Initiation, Sacred Rituals for Self-Love, Prosperity, and Joy, and the best-selling Oracle deck, African Goddess Rising, which I'm going to urge and encourage you, if you have not already purchased either, this is a good time to do it because Hay House is having tons of sales. Goddess Janelle says, where's Louise Hay? Louise Hay is all around us. She is in the ether and she is taking good care of us by helping us at Hay House to present our magic to the world. So I'm going to ask you to do me one favor. Hit the share button, put some positivity on your timeline. Yes, hello, Intuitive Bell Tarot, nice to meet you as well. Put some positivity on your timeline, hit the share button, and let's get into this juicy conversation. So earlier, I was on another broadcast and we were talking about abundance and prosperity, wealth and receiving. And I thought that that was such an important conversation to bring to you today because you are, at least the people that I summoned here, the people that my heart called here, you are loving, giving, incredible people who, as I always say, have an easy time with giving. You're very giving and generous people, not so much all of us as a creative tribe when it comes to receiving. So if you've ever had any challenge when it comes to receiving love, receiving compliments, receiving abundance, receiving apologies, receiving money, just type the word receiving into the comments so that I can see you with my one contact lens on today. There are my people. Hello, Goddess Marlene. Hello, Goddess Patricia. Hello, Goddess Latanya, Goddess Tanika, Goddess Tangela, Goddess Marina, Goddess Aisha. Yes, hello, everyone. Yes, receiving. I see you. Receiving. Okay, good. Receiving. This is beautiful. This is beautiful because, like I said, that, we have no problem when it comes to giving. But if you are giving and you are not receiving, then you are out of balance. And so we want to shift that because, our the force that made us, the divine, our divine parents, the divine wants us to give and receive generously, Oh, look at this, receiving. I'm sending my heart energy to all of you because I am you. And what happened is we just got some faulty programming. We received some lies about receiving, and it's time for us to just set that straight. We received also some mistruths about our self-worth, and so we're gonna do differently now. Goddess Sun says receiving is not my strong suit. Okay, so we're gonna undo that. So I did a reading for us. I pulled from the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck, and a very interesting reading came up as we were doing this, as I was preparing for this call. And of course, the first goddess who came forward was Scarcity, the Sukuyant, who's an energy vampire, Scarcity. And so this is a much needed conversation. The goddess, though, that came with her was very surprising. And this is Satira. Satira from Buxton, Guyana, whose energy is all around being bold and being brazen. So for my Facebook peeps, sorry, Instagram, you're not going to get to see it, but hopefully you'll hear it. I'm going to play you a little video of the Satira folk song that my folks who've been rocking with me for a long time, they've heard me try to sing the Satira song. It's from my country of Guyana. But I'm just going to play it today. So, hey, House, if you could help me out, we're going to play the Satira song now. All right. So hopefully you can hear it, Instagram. Well, I'll sing it to y'all. Lucky you. All right. So here we go. So this is Satira's song. Okay, here we go. Start talking about shame. This is the opposite energy of what we want.
One day we've been a bamboo dam, and we see Satira lay down there, and we ask Satira what she'll do there. Satira ice up she many good wine like a boxing door. Satira, oh my day, oh Satira, oh my day.
I'm gonna turn away from oh my day, oh Satira, oh my day. One day, I was passing, and we see Satira lay down there, and they ask Satira what she do there. Satira has a good wine like a boxing door.
Oh my day,
Oh Satira, oh my day.
Satira, oh my day.
Okay, so let me come on back now and explain to y'all what's going on, especially y'all who turned on. You're like, what is happening to my hay house? So let me explain. Okay, so hey house, we can take away the song now. So Satira's energy is around her as this vixen. You know, that's why I'm wearing the tiger prints today, as this beautiful, sensuous vixen, dancing, whining is what we call it, right? And she's in her energy and she's whining and she's dancing and feeling pleasure and beauty and fun. And also, you know, just emotions. Actually, she's feeling very emotional. And so the person who comes along and sees her dancing is assuming she's upset because of something that happened with a man. And so the song starts off with the words shame, 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 Satira, shame, 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 Satira, because she is brazen, because she is bold, because she is putting forward this divine feminine energy of courage, of moving her hips and creating the world with those hips. So I'm sharing this because it was very interesting that Satira came forward in the reading when we're talking about abundance, because if we are wanting to invite in our abundance, if we are wanting to move out of, you know, scarcity and fear around receiving, it is going to take us being more brazen. Type into the comments the word brazen. Thank you, Goddess Rebecca. She says that I'm amazing. Thank you, Goddess Rebecca. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will share with you that, you know, for me, it takes a brazen move, even just to sing, or if we could call it singing, as I just did with you all, because in the 6th grade, my music teacher made me lip sync in the choir. Talk about shame, 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 because my voice, she felt, was not good enough for a 6th grade choir. And so for a long time, that gave me a lot of fear around my voice, around just putting my voice into the world. And that is another challenge, another block that a lot of us have with creating our abundance. Because if you're wanting to create your abundance, all of you beautiful, creative, spiritual, magical souls, from a place of purpose, it is going to require your voice. It is going to require you being, yes, fearless, you being authentically who you are. Yes. And the things that we want to do are brazen for most of us, you know, are brazen for the world that we live in. Yes, brazen. And so it is brazen for us to declare in a spiritual circle that we want more abundance, because many of us were taught shame around that. We were taught that money was evil, or money was bad, or money wasn't spiritual, or, you know, something was wrong with, you know, rich people are evil, rich people are bad, rich people are selfish. And so if we have those lies and those stories in our head, or people like me, the people like me stories, right? People like me don't make money. People like me are not that kind of people. People like me are not, you know, those horrible evil people. And so then what happens is that even like my friends, who I have friends who have a lot of money, you know, who were inherited a lot of money, and they have a lot of shame around that. Shame is the most repellent energy in the universe. It is the energy that repels love. It is the energy that repels abundance. It is the energy that repels joy. It is the energy of trauma. And we want to release that, because you don't deserve to be in shame another moment. You deserve the opposite, which is the magnetic energy, the juicy energy of love. For my goddesses in the room, it is the energy, the yoni force energy. That is the energy that we want to come forward with. The opposite of shame, the energy of pleasure, as my sister goddess Damali teaches, the energy of joy. So let's reclaim that. So that's what we're doing when we are brazen. Whatever you're doing, you know, one of our beautiful goddess sisters here, I forget her name, but she, I know her name, but I forget which person it is. She sells mattresses. So if she's selling mattresses, when she's in the mattress store, I don't want her coming through with shame. That's not going to sell mattresses. Right? We don't want to buy our mattress from somebody that's downtrodden and feeling the energy of shame. We want to buy a mattress from someone who can come through with that electric energy of joy and pleasure and sell us the energy, the experience that we're going to have with that mattress. And it's the same for whatever you put in the world. You who are creative, we need your songs, we need your voices, we need your courses, we need your books, we need your meditation albums, all of the things that you came to create. And your abundance is on the other side of that. Type into the comments, my abundance is on the other side of shame. Your abundance is on the other side of shame. Your abundance is in you reclaiming your voice, you taking back your voice. And as I said, I am right there in the trenches, in this journey, in this fight with you. I've been hearing for years to do more work around money and abundance. And I'm like I've tried to shut it down and quiet it down, because I'm like, I don't want to talk about that. Like, why me? Am I the one to talk about that? I don't think I'm the one to talk about that. Maybe y'all, you know, downloaded it to the wrong person. But I am exactly the right person at exactly the right time. Yes, type that into the comments. I am exactly the right person at exactly the right time. Goddess Tangela says she needed this message. Goddess Marie says right on time. Goddess Ashley says, yes, this is me. I am exactly the right person at exactly the right time for whatever it is. If you have poetry that you are wanting to put into the world, the wonderful thing, the magnetic thing about this moment where we incarnated, all of us who chose here to incarnate together, I'm so excited about this, at this moment in time, is that there's no longer the old story that in order to make money, that you could only be, you know, a certain handful of things. No, there are poets who are making millions of dollars. There are people who are on Etsy who are, you know, creating printables, who are making millions of dollars. And we share that because the money is not the end goal. You know, money is no different energetically than this card. It's a pretty picture. Money is a pretty picture, you know, a piece of paper with images on it. That's what it is, right? It's the exchange, the energy behind it of what we can do. This circle, this tribe is a tribe that is going to go out and plant trees and open schools and affect government and make and bring clean water to places. This is a tribe that needs to have the money. We're the ones that we have been waiting for to step up and do these things that we say, why can't somebody do this? And at the same time, at the same time, the altruism is very key. But at the same time, you and you and you deserve to live well, to eat well, to take care of your family and your children without stress, to be able to put your bills on autopilot and not have to wonder or worry about it, to drive a car that brings you pleasure just because it's an adult toy that you like and it feels good, to be able to go and have a vacation whenever you please. And this conversation has been coming up because I've been talking to you wonderful goddesses about my upcoming Priestess of Power retreat. The link is priestessofpower.com. Priestess of Power. You are all invited. All of the goddesses in the room. My enlightened men, maybe the next event, but this is an all goddess event. The Priestess of Power retreat. Someone type Priestess of Power in the comments for me. The Priestess of Power retreat. And so many of you have been expressing that you want desperately to come, but your finances are not what you would have them be. And so then, there's one person who I am paying their way. I'm scholarshiping one person, but at this moment in time, I can't scholarship the whole group. And actually, as I'm thinking about it, as much as my heart and my energy would want me to, like I would, it's my natural inclination. If I could, I would. The reason why I shouldn't, though, is because in the past, I have noticed that when I gift people free courses, I've gifted tons of people free courses. The things that people do when they pay for, when they invest in themselves, it's a very different energetic vibration than the people that I gifted to. And I didn't want to believe this was true. I've heard this before in the past, and I was like, no, but it's true. The people that invest in themselves, just from investing in yourself, I am in right now a high level mastermind that I spent a lot of money for, invested a lot in. And just from the moment that I made the investment, I was already someone different. I was already carrying myself different. Now I am the kind of person that invests in myself at that level. So that's just to say that I'm thinking that, even if I could, it wouldn't make sense for me to do so, because we are needing at this moment in time, this is the moment where we're needing to take back, yes, Wayne says, our drive, our innovation. That's a very divine masculine way of explaining it, Wayne. Yes, I want to add to that the pleasure in receiving. Just the pleasure of receiving. Type into the comments the pleasure of receiving and the pleasure of giving, the pleasure of investing in yourself, the pleasure of being like, I am good enough for me to make an investment in myself. I am good enough for me to believe in myself. I am great enough, that I could, do these things for me. Goddess Liz says maybe a virtual Zoom, and that could have a lower fee. That is a possibility, Goddess Liz, but I think that what I will do instead, I've contemplated that, but the experience of us being physically together is such that cannot be replicated on a Zoom. And also things that happen like at we have, for example, midnight healing circles on the beach, where people in the circle are sharing very personal and private things. So it's needed to be a safe container in that way, so that the people are sharing with the people that they've bonded with. But I do appreciate you in sharing that, because what I am going to do is I'm going to create a Priestess of Power course ahead of time, ahead of the June retreat, that is online, that will be, a way for people to be able to attend. And maybe even as we're having this conversation, a prosperous priestess course. Prosperous priestess course. Type into the comments, I'm a prosperous priestess. I am a prosperous priestess. You can type it too, Wayne. Yes, Wayne says Venus rising. Absolutely. Absolutely, Wayne. Absolutely. And so it's a very, very interesting thing, because a lot of us, let me know in the comments if let's just be honest, if you have either received something free, we've signed up for tons of free things, and then you never opened it ever again. Me? I've received so many things. I have, a lot of stuff. Oh, the volume is gone. Okay, on Instagram. Well, come on over to it's because someone tried to call me. Come over to, let me just close you, Instagram. Sorry. Come join us over here. So I have downloaded tons of free content. Tons of free content that I never opened because the value for me was different than something that I invested my money in. In fact, I'm going to give you all a gift now. Yes, pleasure of receiving my free Goddess of Receiving workbook. Put the link, Hey House, for me in the chat of the free Goddess of Receiving workbook that people can get. Everyone can get that, the free Goddess of Receiving workbook. And I am positive that not everyone who downloads it is going to use it because it's a different value proposition. But we want to shift that when it comes to ourselves. You are not your bank account. You are not the amount of money that is in your wallet or on the other side of your debit card or your credit card. You can't be paid your worth because you are worth more than we could ever imagine. As I say all the time, science cannot recreate this. Science cannot recreate you. But what you can have is an energetic exchange, a magnetic exchange where you magnetize towards you all of the abundance that you deserve, where you magnetize toward you all of the abundance that you desire. Type into the comments, I am magnetizing to me now. Don't worry about spelling. I am magnetic. That makes it easy. I am magnetic. You are a magnet at this very moment for whatever it is that you are calling forward, that your heart is energetically saying yes to. And that is for love. That is for health and well-being. That is for joy and good experiences. And yes, that is money. Yes, that is for money as well. Yes, that is for money as well. Thank you. Thank you so much, Wayne. I love that. He says, Cosmic Christ likes you. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yes, we are magnets. We are magnets in this moment. And that requires us freeing ourselves from the shame, letting go of the shame, whatever that for you means. If that means that you need to go and get some trauma-informed therapy and guidance, go and do that. If that means that you need to do more mindfulness work, do that. If that means that you need to do more shadow work, there's a ton of very powerful shadow work exercises, journal exercises in this book. Do that. Shadow work is incredible when it comes to calling forward your money, when it comes to calling forward your abundance. I'm going to keep using the word money because it's a trigger for many of us in this community. It's a trigger. I am a magnet for money. I want you just to declare that. Just say it. And let's be unapologetic and shame-free about it. I am a magnet for love. Type that in the comments. Yes, it's a physical book. Oh, no. The Goddess of Abundance free workbook is not a physical book. That's something that you can print out or just use on your phone or device. But yeah, this one is a physical book. This one's a big mama jama. But the Goddess of Abundance workbook is digital. And I have a lot more digital workbooks coming out actually this year for the reasons, as Goddess Liz said, to be able to give people in a greater way. I have tons and tons of free content at womanifesting.com, including the Goddess of Receiving workbook. Where do we get the book from? Let's see. Okay, so Hay House didn't put the link yet, or maybe they did and I'm just not seeing it. Go to womanifesting.com and you can find links to everything. Womanifesting.com. And at the top of the page, you'll see a link to the workbook. Womanifesting.com. I am a magnet for money. Yes. I am a magnet for love. Yes. I'm a magnet for beauty. For beauty. You deserve to feel your beautiful goddess self. You deserve to feel good in your skin, body love, feel like, okay, I am gorgeous. You're not gorgeous when, you gain or lose 10 pounds. You're not gorgeous when your bills are paid. You're gorgeous right this minute. right this second, I am a magnet for my desires. What I am seeking is seeking me. And so let's allow this. I didn't do the tapping, but come join me. Let's tap on it either next week or this Sunday, actually, for Goddess Temple Sunday. Join me live on my Facebook page, Abiola Abrams, on my Facebook page at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll do some tapping. We'll tap on this. Okay, so I'm going to meditate and see whether we should tap on either the shame or the abundance or both. I am a magnet for all great things because I am great. And so we're going to continue to have this conversation because you are worthy and you are deserving, and you manifested me and I manifested you. So have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Again, the link is womanifesting.com. The link to learn more about the retreat is priestessofpower.com. There is financing there. There are payment plans there. If you're having extreme issues, there are different ways to do it. Let's figure it out. The financing there, if you apply for the financing, it'll allow you to pay it off over a couple of years if you're so inclined. Take responsibility for your own well-being and what works for you. All right, my beautiful magnetic souls. I will see you in the next sacred conversation. Deep bow and Saubona. That means we see you. Bye. Yay.